Right. So welcome, Anna,
Thank
to
you.
this quick chat about the International Volunteering Program at Books2Africa. You've been with us for 1 year now, almost a year, and
Yes.
you're getting ready to go back to your country, Mexico. So I just thought we'll have a quick chat and just talk about your experience so far. Share it with others who might want to come and volunteer with us at Books2Africa in the UK.
Of course, absolutely. Thank you for the welcome. Yeah, definitely a lot of things to say about this whole experience here with Books2Africa in the UK.
Tell them your name, where you came from, and just tell them something about yourself.
The very basic, yes.
Yeah.
Ana Elsa Diaz, 36 years old, from Mexico, Guadalajara. That's the city that I come from. And what else? And be proud to be part of the Books2Africa family now after this year. So, yeah.
So how long was this when you came to volunteer with Books2Africa? Was this your first time in the UK, and how did you find out about this organization?
That's a very good question. It wasn't my first time in the UK. I did 2 years previous that with another charity doing something completely different. It was more orientated to
in the UK?
In the UK, exactly in Canterbury, working with other people, looking after them. And that gave me an idea of what I wanted to do later on.
So did you like it in the UK when you came for the first time?
The first year, it was a real struggle. It was the weather, the food, the language. It was really hard, especially in winter. But it was step by step. And after the first year, I really liked it. So I decided to do another year, a second year with them. And then when that year finished, I said, what is the next step? So I was in Mexico looking for another volunteering experience, completely different. So then I found Books2Africa International. And then I started being in contact with you or Precious by email and asking about the role for international volunteers. So it's how I discover the charity.
Yeah, and I mean, for those who don't know, obviously with the International Volunteering Program, so it's mainly for people who are abroad, who are from other countries, who want to come and spend either 6 months or 1 year with Books2Africa volunteering, and obviously taking part in different aspects of the organization, working in different roles. So maybe tell us about your experience when you arrived at Books2Africa for the first time.
Yes.
And how did you settle in?
Oh, it was a very nice welcome. I remember Thomson, my boss here, and Precious taking me the welcome. It was the 2 phases in the morning, my first working day. So they took me to the warehouse and they asked me how was my flight and they gave me a day off to have a proper rest after a long flight. So they took me to the warehouse. I have a nice tour, and then that was really nice of them, as a small family. So that was my first day at the warehouse. And I was a little bit scared because it's quite big, a lot of pallets, boxes, books everywhere. So I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? So it was very nice the first time I was here.
And I mean, it was good for me as well to receive you, because I remember meeting you for the first time when we picked you up.
Yeah.
And you came to the warehouse, and we've been talking by email, and then to meet you for the first time.
We put a face on
exactly,
those
put
emails,
the face to the name, and so I think it's been a good experience. But I'll tell you what I think about your performance.
All right.
Since I'm your boss.
This is the time.
But you tell me first. What aspects? I mean, like you said, there's a big warehouse. There's a lot of books. There's a lot of different things going on, and I think you've been an amazing, obviously, staff and a supervisor, and you did a lot of different things. Which aspect of the work at Books2Africa is your favorite thing to do?
Yeah.
And why?
All right. I think with the time, I improved myself in probably managing people. At the beginning, I was being a little bit shy. I didn't know how to manage some situation, but with a lot of help of you, of course, I did learn a lot. and feeling more confident about how manage small or big group of people and keep everyone happy. It's difficult, but it can be.
And how did you find, I mean, was it easy communicating with people in terms of like the language? And, obviously, you're from Spain. I mean, you speak very good English, but for somebody, for example, who may be coming and they're worried about their English, how does that work for them? What do you think? Like if they don't speak very good English?
I would say, don't worry about it. It's always a way, because in the past we have volunteers who really doesn't speak English at all, and it's never a barrier. I think Books2Africa is very open to any kind of people. Evidently, if they don't speak English, it's fine. So we can find a way. So yeah, at the beginning, for myself, it was a challenge, because my mother language is Spanish. So sometimes I mix. Espanol. I mix, but it was never a barrier. So I'm quite happy that fear, I leave it behind. So.
And do you think the fact that over the year you had different opportunities to go to events, talk about some of the events you went to during your year and how that helped give you a bit more confidence in terms of management?
Oh yeah, we have different opportunities to do different kind of events. We went to the London Book Fair. We have a school presentation, and we have a trip to Ghana. That was a big step for us. So all of these activities give us more confidence of what we are doing and speak in front of small people, kids, a big group of people, and all kind of different public. So that was really, really nice experience.
And Ghana, let's talk about that. So you went to Ghana, to Africa for the first time, and you went to Ghana to visit some of Books2Africa's projects. I know there's a lot to say about that, so let's try and keep it down to a few minutes. What was your impression of the African continent, the African people? And when you were leaving, what would you remember? What was the most thing that sticks to your mind when you think about that trip?
I think we didn't want to come back, to be honest. It's a lot of things we can do there. We really want to do some more activities, more help, but the time it was a little bit short. What I can say about the African continent, well, especially Ghana, is such a lovely people, very warm, very welcoming. The food is delicious, and I don't have any negative comments about it. It's just something I will never gonna forget about it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be the face of Books2Africa, represent the charity in Africa. I'm very, very, very happy, and thank you so much for that.
Thank you. I mean, Anna, you've been, you worked for many days. Normally, obviously, international volunteers work 3 days a week, and I think you for most of those days you were here week in, week out. You did everything from scanning books, lifting boxes. Sometimes I come in and I hear you telling people to wash up, and sometimes you even tell me off. You pick up your cup and you go and wash it. So I like that about you, and I like the fact that you learned very quickly when you came. You're willing to do anything that was there to do. You didn't need so much supervision and so much kind of delegation. You knew what to do on your own. You worked independently. You managed others. So you've been a very great part of the team. At Books2Africa, and obviously all of us are going to miss you when you go back. We wish we could see you again when we have the opportunity. But in terms of the friends and the people you've met here, are there any words you want to say to some of the people?
Yes, definitely.
Any comments?
Absolutely. Thank you so much to all the people who came to spend some hours here. You made the difference, but I think for myself, I have the best gift Books2Africa give me is the people that I met here. Fantastic, and it's some people gonna stay forever as friends. So thank you so much for coming. And
okay. So when is your flight back to Mexico?
It's nearly in September 25th of September.
25th.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. And are you looking forward to seeing your parents and
Definitely.
your family?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my family is looking forward also for this, my arriving. Me too. I'm really, really looking forward after a year. So yeah, definitely food, nice friends.
Of
family.
course, Mexican food. I've heard a lot about that. So in terms of everything you've learned and everything you've gained from this year, 2 questions. One, do you think it was worth doing this 1-year program with us? Even though you didn't, obviously, you weren't getting paid, you were volunteering. So for 1 year, was it worth it? And secondly, the skills you've gained and the experience you've gained, how is that going to help you going forward?
Answering those questions, absolutely worth it. The experience here with Books2Africa, completely. Yeah, it's unpaid. Yeah, it's charity, but it's worth it in terms of friends, in terms of the knowledge you're gonna get from, the things you can achieve. Sorry. It's worth it completely, the experience, and probably not even for a year. You can go further, but a year is substantial. Yeah, it's quite generous a year, so you can learn completely. And the second question, it was
the skills you've learned. What are you going to use
on the future?
Yeah.
Completely. If you're looking forward, one example, how to go further to go business, a charity, a different project, social project, the knowledge you can get from here, it's worth it. In terms of how to drive a forklift, thank you, Thompson, for believing me and the patience you have to train me. I'm very proud also of myself, and I think it was a challenge, but we did it. Thank you, because you gave me the opportunity. You never say no. So, thank you so much for that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Anna. You've been, like I said, you've been an amazing person, amazing lady, amazing worker, very hardworking, very tidy, very always on time, always hardworking. Sometimes I see you trying to carry a box that is just bigger than you, and I'm like, what is she doing, So thank you for really trying your best, and I know that, we at Books2Africa, we all want to say thank you on behalf of myself, the board, everybody, just thank you for your hard work, thank you for your patience with us as well. I know things weren't always perfect, but I know you're going to do great, whatever it is you decide to do. So good luck and all the best to you, and see you soon.
Thank you so much, and I think the feeling is the same. I would like to say thanks so much to Thompson, who is here, my boss, Precious, and everyone else. Thank you so much.
We've shipped 1 million books across 20 African countries.
And we aim to ship 1 million books every year.
This means shipping 50 containers to Africa every year.
Each container is carrying at least 20,000 books. That's 20 tons.
We can fund this by 2,000 people giving £10 a month, or
50 companies who will commit to send 1 container, and we can send 1 million books every year.